Good evening. I hadn't planned on doing this today, but the day ran away with me. Had a doc's appointment and then had to sort kids out, blah, blah, blah. Didn't have time to draw anything, so I thought, oh, I know. After yesterday's live stream, or return to the live stream, I thought I'll run through the first 40 drawings of my ARTEZA series, which is something I'd planned to do. So, a quick intro. A few years ago, I bought these as a birthday present to myself. I have no real attachment to the brand ARTEZA. They, at the time, were offering this bundle of joy for, I think it was £35. So it was a little treat to myself. I thought I'd buy it because I wanted to try lots of different colours in the world of fine liner drawing, as I started my journey with these types of pens, the Statler and the Uniball and a few others. And I started in black and white, or just black ink, I should say. And I wanted to try some different colours out. ARTEZA sold a bunch of them for 35 quid, so I thought I'll have that. But I didn't really know where to start with this kind of thing. So around the same sort of similar time, well, no, this would have been a couple of years ago, I wanted to try live streaming to go on Twitch because a few artists go on there. So I thought, oh, I know. What I'll do then is, as a way of justifying buying all those pens, I'll draw a picture with every single colour. And it'll be a cool little sort of experiment, project, whatever you want to call it, just as a way to keep me drawing every day, or not every day, but at least once or twice a week. Around that time, a few people were asking to see the sort of process in real time. All those things kind of connected and merged together, so I thought it'd be a cool little experiment. And yeah, I've been doing these drawings sort of ever since. So I'm currently on 56. I think I did yesterday, the 56th one. But I recently, a few weeks ago, I filled one of these sketchbooks, which just so happened to hold 40 pictures. And it's a nice little kind of waypoint, because there's 120 pens. It's exactly 1/3 of the way through. So I thought it'd be a good little video to do, just showing off the drawings that I've done up until this point. I'll do it again when I reach 80. Again at the finish. Well, I'll do the last third, and then I might do a one big video. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But for now, I'll just show the number 1 to number 40. I'll even tell you what the colours are called as well, because why not? So the first one was the reason I put these numbers in as well, just quickly, it's the pen ident, and I just thought it'd be a cool thing to incorporate it into the drawing, and if I ever lose order, then I can always find it that way. So yeah, the first one being Pale Peach. So this first sort of section, 1 to 40, kind of going through yellows, oranges, reds and pinks. First one, Pale Peach. The very first one I did, this one was actually streamed on Twitch, so it only exists as a video on my YouTube channel. Quite a nice drawing. Colour is okay. It's a little bit faint. I don't know what you can see of it. But that was the very first one that I did. They're all these drawings are slightly similar in the way that I draw, and they are meant to be just a bit of a chill out. So there's not, they're not the most unique drawings I've done, but I think it's a cool little experiment just to see how my style of artwork looks in different colours. This one is Cantaloupe. Whether that looks like a cantaloupe or not, I don't know. But yeah, again, these first few ones, these are sort of the yellows. They're a bit faint. This one's more of an orangey one. What's this one? Cream. If you say so. Similar to the first one. Again, the colour just meh. Bled a little bit there. Starting to get a bit more bold now, a bit more vivid. I actually really like this drawing. It's very neat and tidy. This is the first good one, I'll say. This one is Pastel Orange. Yeah, that's pretty accurate for the colour, but I do quite like this one. Nice details in it. Neat and tidy, which I like. This next one is... Just move that there. 116. Peach. Again, yeah, close enough, I guess. Not a bad drawing. Cool little bits and pieces in the middle. These all take different amounts of time as well. They can take, some of them I think I've done in an hour. Some of them have been as much as 3 hours. It just depends how detailed it is, and also as well because I'm doing it live and I've started to get a regular amount of viewers in. We'll always be chatting about all sorts, usually snacks and games and stuff. 202 pale orange. It's not that pale. The first ones are a bit more pale than that, but again, they're all sort of similar drawings up to this point. Jasmine yellow. Again, a little bit brighter. Not a bad one. I'm not a fan of it's like a diamond composition. I'm not a fan of doing that, but I do often do it, unless it is a deliberate thing, like in some of the other drawings. I don't mind this one in terms of composition. It's a bit more random. This one is acid yellow, is it? Yeah, a little bit more, a bit of a neon-y vibe. It's difficult to pick out any of the sort of details on that one, but another sort of random composition one. Again, I don't mind it. 105, what's that one? Lemon yellow. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, because these were never meant to be like my best drawings, just a good way to chill. 128. Bumblebee yellow. It's like if these get popular enough, then I would consider scanning them and editing them to buy as prints. But these were never intended to be bought. But like I say, if they get popular enough at some point, then I'd be willing to do it. Papaya orange. Again, I've got no clue if that resembles papaya orange. Okay, fairly detailed, quite like that one. I think, is this the first one I start using backgrounds? I'm not sure. A little bit different. 203 mustard yellow. That's quite mustardy, I guess. It's a very neat and tidy one, this one, or attempted to be a bit more neat and tidy. Very uniform. Quite a lot of, again, with some of the pens, I think all pen brands do this, where some of them, like when you've got the pen down, they can feel the nibs can feel quite hard and almost like, it's kind of hard to describe, like the ink goes down quite thin. It's like if ever you've used like a Bic pen, like a biro pen, and you've written something, but you've say like underneath this mat is hard wood. Like if you've drawn or written with a Bic on wood, like you can feel it through the paper. It's really kind of scraggly and hard and uncomfortable. But then if you lean your paper on like a book, it feels a lot softer and smoother. It's a little bit like that. Like some of the pens feel quite hard and not as comfortable, but then other times they feel a lot softer, and sometimes the softer ones, they do leak quite a lot of ink. But it's very select, like you can see through the back of it there. It just leaks. I mean, the paper itself is very thin. I think it's only 80 GSM. But for the most part, it's all right. A121 honey. Yeah, I don't mind that one. I've not done many like that. Kind of looks a bit like PC towels all muddled together. This is one of my favourite ones. I do like that one. 156 sunset yellow. Like very, very neat composition. I love the details I've put in this one. It's a strange one. Like I've started doing these kind of details a lot more recently in my drawings, but like I'll do it once. I really like it, but then I'll not do it again for years. Like I've done that with quite a lot of drawings, but this one I do really like, in the background sort of square. It's definitely one of my favourite ones. This is the first time, or the second time, I started using more diagonal lines. I like the shapes that I've used. I do not like the composition. Like I've said before, I'm not a fan of... It's almost like a 4-pointed star as opposed to a diamond, but I'm just not a fan of that composition. But like I said, the whole point of these drawings is just try it, muck about, see what happens. Apricot was this one. Again, shapes are quite nice and stuff, but yeah, composition. Ugh. This is sort of more standard, the sort of drawing that I do. I like this colour as well, Earth Red. I think this was the first colour I remember doing that I thought, yeah, I really like this one. Very nice colour. The pen seemed to have gone down nice. Nice details. I like the square sort of background as well. Getting into the oranges now. This one is indeed called Orange. Not bubble orange or flower orange, it's just orange. Again, very neat and tidy, very nice. Thicker squares. I do enjoy drawing stuff like this, just where it's nice and easy, neat and tidy. Another one I really like, again, very neat and tidy. I like the background lines in it. Another thing that I don't do enough is fill in a lot of the gaps with sort of solid colour or solid, you know, whenever I'm doing a black ink drawing, just filling it in solid. I don't do it enough. I like the dots that I've added to make it look like sort of metal panels. Yeah, one of my favourites, that one. A169 Orange Rust. I do like oranges though, they're very, very cool colours, very nice colours. A101, I'm not a fan of the sort of shape that I've enclosed the A101 in. I think it needed to be a bit longer, but it's okay, it's not the worst. This one is red. Plain old, good old reliable red. Again, nice little neat and tidy drawing with the thicker lines, solid sort of colours in the middle. I like the background dashes as well. I do remember this one. I think I had limited time with this, so I tried doing a much quicker drawing. It turned out all right as it happens. Like, I don't mind it, but it's like a not as good version. It's like where is it? Where are you? It's like a not quite as good a version of that one. Like, that one's a really nice detailed version. That's just a much simpler one. It's not bad, but not one of my favourites. That one, Flamingo Pink, apparently. If you say so, Arteza, if you say so. But again, yeah, not bad. Another one I quite like. Normally, I'm not a fan of the number being in the middle, but I do think it kind of suits this one. One thing looking back on this one now is just another maybe little shape here and here, just to even it out a bit more. But I like the dotted detail, and again, using the solid colour in between, and I think the dots sort of around it look really cool as well. This one is Cadmium Orange. Yeah, more of the same that you're used to. Nice colour, drawing's okay, nothing special again. Punch Pink. Dish. Yeah, it's alright. Most of my drawings, when I look back at them, I'm never really unhappy with them. But I don't know, maybe I'm a harsh critic on myself. I think everyone is who's an artist who draws stuff. But there's only a few that I look at and go, oh yeah, I do like that one. This one, however, is a dud. I think I did a similar pattern to this in the way I drew the lines and the shapes in another drawing, but it just didn't work. But yeah, I mean, the colour's nice. What colour is that? 194. Where are you? 194. Tomato red. Yeah, it's a nice colour, but again, just a bit of a dud for me. I don't think the pattern worked. Horrible colour. I remember, like, a horrible... It's not even a muddy brown or even a chocolate brown. It's like... What is the colour? 118. Autumn red. So that name suggests it should be quite nice, but when it goes on the paper, it just doesn't look quite right. Again, the drawing's just okay. Nothing special, but yeah, I'm not a fan of that colour at all. This colour, however, I do like a lot. Drawing again, I think I went through a phase of using dots quite a lot. The dots, the detail of these sort of details inside the squares don't really work, but the background ones do. Current red, that one. Yeah, really nice colour though. Drawing not bad, but maybe wrong choice of detail. Another example where the drawing's okay. I don't mind the sort of odd shape where it's thicker than the rest of it. The sort of details in the middle are only okay, but the colour is rank. I don't even know what's supposed. Is it like a grape? Was it 182? Wine red. Yeah, nah, not for me. It's okay, but this one, I wasn't sure about it when I first did it because I felt like maybe there wasn't enough drawing. But looking back on it now, I absolutely love the composition of it because it looks like a space station type thing. The dots on the background look really cool. I really do like this one, and the colour's quite good as well. 160, that would be rosewood. I don't like anything about this one. This pattern comes from a really early drawing I did in my black book, where I picked a yellow, an orange, and a red, and I did loads of triangles. When the colours are blocked in as triangles, it looks really good, and it's like a fully blacked out background, and it looks really nice. But I just don't think this works as just a line shape. The composition's okay, but again, the colours just ugh. 148. What's that one? Grape purple. Yeah, no. Getting into the pinks now. What's this one? A217 cherry blossom pink. There's there's two that come after this that are even fainter than this one, but it's not a bad colour in of itself. It's actually okay. The drawing's quite nice as well. The backgrounds are okay, but you just don't really see it. Like, I don't know how this is going to show up on camera, but like I said, you can see some of the thicker bits there. I've tried to really draw over them to highlight them, but no. Again, the drawing's okay, but the colour just doesn't work. The colours, I like what I've tried to do here. But I'm not entirely sure it works. 221, what is it? Peony pink. I don't mind it. Like, I quite like it's a lot different to my other drawings. I do like the composition's okay. The colour's just a bit meh. But yeah, not bad. Had to pause my video then. But yeah, okay, this one overall. Absolutely love everything about this drawing. I love the colour, I love the detail, I love the background shape that I chose. If I had a criticism of it, because it's quite symmetrical, maybe a bit more here or here. But this is one of my favourite ones. And it's my favourite type of drawing to do as well, like these kind of U patterns, these square patterns and the details in it. They're usually my favourite kind of drawings to do. 149, where are we? Bubblegum pink. Yeah, very, very cool colour. Again, a nice drawing. The colour not quite as nice. It's a little bit dull, a little bit more muted. Rouge pink. But again, not bad. I've started to use some of these details again with the lines and the dots. But yeah, not bad. Quite like it. Shame with this one because I'm not a fan of the colour. It's almost a nice colour, but it's kind of falling on the brown side. The dot details in the middle are a bit better than the ones from before because I've spaced them out a little bit more. I do like using the floating kind of island structures around it. This one is, what is it, 183. Blush red. Yeah, like I said, it's okay. Decent little drawing. Oh, this drawing causes me so much pain. Don't mind the drawing at all, it's nice enough. I could have used a background if I'm being honest. The colour's quite nice. What one's this? Is it neon? Yeah, neon pink. But for those who were in watching me do this live, you'll know what it is. Right at the end, I like doing the sort of hanging wires, and it sticks out a fucking mile away. Look at it. Completely misjudged that. And it just sticks out a mile off. Ugh. Ever since this one, whenever I've done a drawing where I've kind of had hanging wires, I've penciled them in first. It's a little bit cheaty with these kind of drawings, but I just, oh, that bruises me so badly, that. Because everything else about this drawing is quite cool. I quite like the line details. It could have used a bit more, if I'm being honest, like maybe the clouds in the background or some details in the shapes, but yeah, that hanging wire ruins it. So this one, I don't know why I used this piece of paper when I didn't tear it off properly, but there you go. You can barely see this one. The drawing itself is just okay. Very faint. I don't think I put too much of an effort in with that one because you could barely see it. 187 bubble bath pink. Right, I'll highlight this now. So if you look on the box, so this drawing here that is very faint is bubble bath pink, 187, that one there. The one under it, classic pink. On the tin, classic pink looks darker or a little bit more brighter. That doesn't make sense. That's a contradiction. More visible, I'll say. Can it be darker and brighter at the same time? Darker and more vivid? Does that make more sense? I don't know, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like, you can see this one more than you can see that one. However, look at the state of that. Wow. I say look at the state of that. Are you even looking at anything? I couldn't find it in my heart to stream this one. I mean, this is how faint it is. It's upside down. There you go. Look at that. I mean, ARTEZA, you've been hitting home runs up until this point, but this pen is just a nonsense. I mean, from what I can see, I barely drew anything. I think you can see the shadow from the indent of the pen more than you can see the colour itself. But yeah, just no. And then we're back on form. Again, another drawing that I really like. I really like the colour. The details, something completely different to what I've done before. The background is as well. One thing that would have finished this off just a bit more, maybe some dot details in the middle of the shapes. But overall, I really like this drawing. Oh, by the way, yeah, that previous non-colour was classic pink, apparently. This one, blush pink. Very nice. One of my favourite colours. The drawing's just okay. There's not enough of it. The background lines are okay, but yeah, it's a bit lightweight. Fuchsia. Is that how you pronounce it? Fuchsia? I don't know. But yeah, just okay. Like I said, the colour's really nice, and you know, I wish I'd made a better effort with that, but not to be. I don't know. Is this sort of the time where we're coming towards the end, and I think around this time I wasn't doing as many original drawings. I was just doing live streams, and my ideas were fading a little bit, and a little bit plain Jane, these ones. They're okay, but again, there's not much drawing. Details, not much. What's this one? 196. Hot pink. Again, it's a pretty decent, vivid colour, but yeah, it's just only okay. It's not the best. And oh, we're at the end. 25 minutes, thereabouts. Better. Again, it feels a little bit lazy. Oh, 110. What's this one? Mulberry pink. Again, it's just okay. I like the fact that instead of making a shape to house the number, I've left a gap as opposed to enclosing it inside a shape, which is quite a good thing. The little, maybe more of this, just sort of some separate shapes away from the thing as a whole. I could have maybe done some dashed shapes or dotted shapes around it. I could have filled in the gaps a bit more. But yeah, I mean, it's okay. Like the last few in this one, they're only okay. They weren't anything special. There's 2 or 3 in there that I really like. There's a few in there that don't quite cut it, but they're the first 40 I've done in this live stream series. Whoops. Like I say, at the minute, the schedule for this series has changed. At the moment, it's between 5 and 6 p.m. UK time. Every Friday I'll be on there. If I'm not able to get on because something might come up during the day, I do try and put it on the community notes on YouTube to say that I'm not going to be able to come on, and I'll try and make up for it on the Sunday or something. But Friday's the normal day. Monday was just a bit of a surprise one because I've not done any in a few weeks. But yeah, that's the ARTEZA. It's a really cool series that I enjoy doing. It's interesting to see how my drawings look in specific colours. It's a good way to test out, like I say, this brand of pen. And they are good pens. ARTEZA do have a lot of really cool art stuff. I'd like to try more of their pens. Like I say, I'm not sponsored by them, but if anyone at ARTEZA does manage to see this, you know, just you can throw us over a message. I'm sure we can work something out, but no, seriously, they are good pens. Like I say, they're all up here. And I think, like I said, the only criticism I've got, that one pink pen that they did, like I said, there are the pens that I used. The one pink pen was just a shambles. In terms of the way they do feel very good. I think every brand of pen that I've used, colour pen, there's always one that feels a bit like it seems to bleed a bit more ink than the others. I don't know why that is. Like every pen that I've ever had or every brand I've used seems to do that, where they've got the odd one. But overall, it's a very, very good brand. I do like the colours. And I do quite like that there are some fainter colours. So there are other drawings that I've done. I won't show them here, but where I've kind of used like a more vivid colour. Like there's like a blue or pink drawing that I've done. So like, for example, if I use a more vivid pink or red like that, and then use like a fainter orange in the background, when you combine 2, 3, 4 colours, it does look really, really good. And I think maybe that pink, classic pink, was maybe intended for something like that, but it's so faint, it's just an absolutely pointless pen to use. But overall, like I said, I may as well give a little brief review of them. They are very good pens. The colours are very good. The variety is, you know, what I was looking for. They've delivered. Like I said, the first 40, that's just what, your yellows, oranges, reds and pinks. You know, there's loads of different ones. Some of them look a bit browny as well. But like I say, they're the first 40. I hope you like them. I'm currently, what am I on? 56. So I'm approaching the halfway mark towards the next. They'd be the middle third. So from 41 to 80. They're going well. I've changed up some sort of things in those drawings. There's little details and backgrounds that are different to these ones, and it'll be interesting when I'm fully done to see how I've managed to evolve it. And I think it's a good way to kind of keep your drawings fresh, to just draw with only one pen and one colour. Makes you think about your work a bit differently. You know, sometimes you are going to get drawings that are a bit more stale. There are going to be other drawings that you do manage to get a bit more out of. I think the colour can contribute to that as well. But yeah, I have very much enjoyed doing this series. Like I said, I only usually get about between 3 and 6 or 7 people in. Hopefully that does continue to grow as my channel does. Hopefully this sort of video will get a few more people interested. And as the weeks and days and weeks continue, I'll do more original pieces. I'll get more prints on my website or my imprint page for people to buy. So please go check that out. I'll put links to my imprint page in the description. I am also on Instagram, Twitter. I do have a, what's that new one called? I want to say Clara, but it's not that, is it? Cass? I don't know. That new art social media thing. I'll get work up on there as well. But yeah, Instagram, YouTube, well, this will be on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. All the links will be in the description. I do hope you enjoyed these drawings. And later in the year, maybe at the end of this year, early next year, the 41 to 80 will be out, and I'll post that as well. But in the meantime, hope you enjoyed. Have a good one, and thanks for watching.